SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information.
His hard pass, Kadri shoots, he scores! Nazem Kadri at the end of a Toronto.
Hi, welcome to Where the Action Is. My name is Ross Benjamin. We're going to be talking about the huge college football matchup on Saturday, national implications involving Texas A&M, the number 6 team in the country, as they host number 1 and 2-time defending champion, Alabama. We're going to focus in on the total on this game. I know a lot of you want to know, Ross, who do you like in this game? Do you like getting the 7.5? Do you like laying the 7.5? Well, what? That's a discussion for later in the week, and I will address this right on this show. So let's focus in on the total, as I just alluded to. It opened up at 62. It's down to 60.5. Some places 61. Boy, the general public has taken the bait on the under here. You look at Alabama, you can't blame the general public. Alabama's highest total a season ago in 14 games was 58. They had 5 games out of their 14 games where the total was 50 or more. The Crimson Tide went under the total in 4 of those 5. They looked absolutely magnificent defensively against Virginia Tech, even though I think those numbers are a little skewed, because if you look at Virginia Tech, that's not your atypical Virginia Tech offense. They were down to the number 4 running back on the depth chart, as their top 3 running backs were injured in preseason. Very inexperienced at the wide receiver position, and a quarterback in Logan Thomas, who's really took a step backwards after his sophomore season. Thomas went an abysmal 6 for 25 in that game. I will tell you this, Virginia Tech will make a lot of teams look bad offensively this year. They held the Crimson Tide to 206 yards of total offense. Alabama was able to put up 35 in that game, but only 14 came via the offense, as they intercepted a pass, returned it all the way for a touchdown, returned a punt for a touchdown, returned a kickoff for a touchdown. Alabama's special teams, as we've seen over the last few years with Nick Saban in helm, that team right there, the special teams, they can not only score, but they create short fields, and you can count on 1 or 2 big plays out of the Crimson Tide on special teams come Saturday. Now, Alabama looked bad offensively, as we just alluded to, but folks, I tell you, against a Texas A&M defense, they gave up 28 points to Sam Houston State, gave up 31 to Rice, gave up over 300 yards rushing to Rice, 240 yards rushing to Sam Houston State. TJ Yeldon, the sophomore running back who came on like a gangbuster at the end of his freshman year, he's going to have a monster game. I could see him going for 150 to 200 yards rushing. A.J. McCarron, the senior quarterback, the 3-year starter, led the Crimson Tide to the last 2 national championships. We all know he's not no flashy quarterback like Johnny Manziel, but he's efficient. You give him that semblance of a running game, and it's going to open up their passing game. I could see him passing for close to 300. Texas A&M, they won't score like they did against these 2 inferior opponents they saw in the first 2 games, but they'll get their share. I could see A&M topping the 30-point barrier. I could see them going over 400 yards. I see this game being played in the 30s. Sorry, general public, you took the bait, but I'm going to make a small wager on going over the total of 60.5 on Saturday afternoon in the Texas A&M Alabama contest. I'll return tomorrow, and we're going to preview the game between Ole Miss and Texas being played in Austin, Texas on Saturday afternoon. Until then, my name is Ross Benjamin. You've been listening to Where's the Action? Thank you, and have a great evening.
His hard pass, Kadri shoots, he scores!